Yes, free will. You stand in front of a table. On it are two plates. One holds a rich slice of chocolate cake. The other holds a fresh green salad. You feel a pull toward both. The cake promises a moment of pure joy. The salad promises a feeling of health and virtue. After a brief pause, you reach for the cake. The choice feels entirely your own. It feels like an expression of your desire in that very moment. You are the master of this small action, the captain of your own hand. But what if this feeling of choice is just an illusion? What if a long chain of events, stretching back years, made this outcome certain? This is the great mind-bending paradox of human existence. It is the ancient question that has puzzled thinkers for thousands of years. Are we truly free to forge our own paths, or are we simply actors in a play whose script has already been written? The question is not just for philosophers in dusty rooms. It touches everything we care about. It shapes our ideas of justice. It shapes our feelings of pride. It shapes our sense of blame. It shapes our capacity for forgiveness. Both sides of the argument feel deeply true. Let's begin with the case for determinism. Imagine a line of dominoes set up in a perfect row. When you push the first one, it falls and hits the next, which then falls and hits the one after that. The fall of the last domino was guaranteed the moment the first one was pushed. Each event is a direct and necessary result of the one that came before it. The world of determinism works much like this. Every single thing that happens, a planet orbiting a star, a thought appearing in your mind. This is the basic principle of physics and chemistry. This view finds strong support in the study of our own brains. Scientists can now watch the brain as it makes a decision. In some experiments, they find patterns. Brain activity builds up and seems to predict a choice. That activity can appear a few moments, or even several seconds, before conscious awareness. It's as if the brain has already set the dominoes in motion. The conscious feeling of deciding, I will pick the cake, might just be the last domino falling, not the first push. This can feel unsettling. It suggests our feeling of control is a trick. We feel like we steer the ship, but maybe we're passengers. If every thought is the result of brain states, and those states come from prior causes like genes, childhood experiences, what we ate for lunch. Now, let us turn to the other side of the coin, the powerful, undeniable experience of free will. This is the world we feel we live in every single day. You decide to get out of bed in the morning, even though you are tired. You choose to listen to a friend's problems, even when you have things to do. You choose to apologize after an argument, swallowing your pride. These moments do not feel like the last domino falling in a line. They feel like you are actively pushing the first one. You feel the weight of the decision, you feel the tension of the possibilities, you feel the sense of authorship over the final action. This feeling is the bedrock of our moral lives. Think about it. When you do something good, like donating to a charity, helping a stranger, you feel a sense of pride. You believe your action came from your own kindness and character. Conversely, when you do something wrong, like telling a lie, hurting someone's feelings, you feel guilt. Our entire system of praise and blame, of right and wrong, is built on the fundamental assumption that people are responsible for their choices. We don't blame a rock for falling, but we do blame a person for pushing it. Our legal systems are also entirely dependent on this idea. We put people on trial because we believe they are accountable. The law makes exceptions, or because they were physically forced. But in most cases, we assume that an adult of sound mind is the source of their own behavior. This sense of responsibility is not just a social tool, it is deeply personal. It gives us the motivation to be better people. It dismisses the feeling of being a person who can make a promise and keep it. So, we are caught in a powerful tug of war. On one side, we have the logic of science, which tells us we live in a universe governed by cause and effect. Our brains are physical objects, their operations follow physical laws. This view suggests our choices are determined. On the other side, we have the deep, constant feeling of our own lives, which tells us we are the ones in charge. Our moral and legal systems depend on that feeling. This view insists our choices are free. Both sides feel true. Trying to pick one can make your head spin. Let's try a quick thought experiment. Imagine your brain is split into two halves that can't communicate. An instruction is shown only to the right half. Stand up. The right half controls your left hand. Your left hand pushes you up. You stand.
Why did you stand up?
Your left brain, which controls speech and didn't see the instruction, must explain.
I felt like stretching my legs.
It invents a story of free choice to explain a mechanically caused action. This shows how easily our minds create a feeling of free will. It supports the determinist's point. Our sense of choice might be a post hoc story, but the story matters. I wanted to stretch is a meaningful reason. Even if actions have hidden causes, we experience them through intentions, desires, goals. That's what free will believers mean. Acting on what we feel we want. How can we escape this deadlock? Perhaps we don't have to choose one side and deny the other completely. There is a middle path, a way to build a bridge between the world of causes and the world of choices. This idea is known as compatibilism. It suggests that free will and determinism can coexist. They are not enemies. The key is to define freedom in a different way. Instead of saying freedom is the ability to act without any cause, we can say that freedom is the ability to act according to your own reasons and desires, without being forced by something outside of you. Let's make this simple. If someone physically picks you up and throws you through a window, you did not act freely. You were forced by an external power. But if you think about your life, feel unhappy, and decide to move to a new city to start fresh, you are acting freely. Your decision was caused by many things, memories, your feelings, your hopes, but those causes are part of who you are. The choice came from inside you. You were not a puppet being controlled by someone else. You were acting as yourself. This view saves what is most important about freedom, the idea that our choices reflect our character and values. This approach keeps responsibility alive and well. So, what does this all mean for how we should live our lives starting today? The debate may never be fully settled. It is one of the great mysteries, but the compatibilist bridge gives us a practical and hopeful way to move forward. It tells us not to worry about whether our choices are uncaused. Instead, it encourages us to focus on the quality of our causes. We can work to become the kind of person whose own desires, beliefs, values lead to good actions. This is a form of freedom we can actually work on. Help create conditions that allow others to do the same.